Revolver Underground.
What's going on, guys? It's E-Rock, Revolver Underground, back at the Skype interviews again. And I'm here with Tess Broussard. How are you?
Hi, Eric. How are you? I'm great. I had a very busy morning.
Yeah.
Other than that, it's good. All good. Good news.
Good. Well,
the weather's great, and it's nice to be here talking to you now.
Oh, thank you very much. It's a little cloudy out, which is kind of abnormal for LA.
I love this weather.
Yeah, it's crazy. I like it too.
Normal. I love dark. I love cool weather, but I also love sunny. But you know, this is a great change.
Yeah.
I love the unexpected because we've had so many days of hot, sunny days. So this is great.
Yeah, this is a welcomed change from everything.
Yeah, I get to wear my sweater.
Yeah, I know, it's crazy. You know, the other thing is, it's kind of weird here too because I don't. It doesn't rain a lot, and I've only been here for about 3 months. I moved from Nashville, Tennessee. It doesn't rain here much.
No, it doesn't. It's like a desert.
Yeah, weird. Weird.
Have you ever thought about that? Well, you know, I lived in Mississippi for a little bit, so I'm used to it. So
Yeah.
I'm used to the weather that you're used to.
Yeah.
Mommy, can you see?
Very nice.
Hang on, just a second.
Yep.
No,
Can you see it there?
no, Ava, go right now. I'm working. Okay, I'm working. Hi, sorry about that.
It's all right,
Okay,
no
I'm
worries.
back.
This is real life. It's all good. It's all good. So you're originally from Texas, though, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. What was it like living in Texas?
You know, it's nice. You know, the people are real sweet down there. They're conservative. Most of them are Republicans. You know, and I just have to say, you know, they're pretty much they're pretty cookie cutter down there.
Right.
You know, but you know, the food's great. The land's great. You know, you got a lot of land out there, and the weather's, you know, usually good, but now it's been so crazy because every time I've been down there, we've had mosquito infestations, you know, the West Nile mosquito.
Yep.
It's been kind of crazy. You couldn't get outside, and then they've had, you know, really hot weather. So it's other than that, you know, I left, and now I'm a Cali girl. I love New York. I love San Francisco. I love LA.
Nice. I'm a Cali girl too, by the way, just so you know.
You are?
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, did you say you love Cali girls? You are a Cali girl.
I am a Cali girl. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, you know, you've got the hair that rocks it, so.
Very nice. Well, what brought you to California?
I started off at an all-girls school up in Virginia, and my parents thought that I should come out to SC and, you know, get married and meet some eligible guy and belong to a country club. You know, they're just real prim and proper that way.
Right.
I'm kind of rebellious, so I didn't do that. I did my own thing, went the Playboy route, and you know, I'm a single mom. You know, I have great friends. I love animals, and I'm really into my art and my charities and my fostering of animals and being a mom.
Very nice.
And also my acting, of course.
Yes. Speaking of acting, let's talk about something we both have in common, our love for Comedy Central. You got some stuff going on with these fine folks over there. What's happening with these guys?
Well, you know, I am on a show called The Nick Show Kroll. It's really Nick Kroll. And he's a star. He wrote it. He produced it. He's awesome. He's just really talented. And he has his own show on Comedy Central. I play the second wife, and it's just a really dysfunctional show. So if you're not normal, you're going to love the show. Maybe if you're normal, you would like the show also.
Right.
But it's kind of like Entourage meets Diary of a Wimpy Kid, because there are like older kids involved, but it's more of a Comedy Central level.
Right, right. And this is coming up. Is it in the fall coming up, or do we know yet?
January.
January. Okay. Very cool. Very cool. So you got to check that out.
January.
If you're not familiar with Nick Kroll, you need to just go Google him, YouTube him, whatever. He's an hilarious person. It's going to be great. It's going to be a good time. I think it's it has Comedy Central written all over it, obviously, but it's just it's exciting. I like it.
you know, he's all sketch, and so we did everything sketch,
Mm-hmm.
believe it or not. So it takes a lot of talent, and I was scared, so scared when when he took away my script. I'm like, wait, 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 there's my script.
Yeah.
He goes, no, he goes, we're just gonna improv it, and we're just gonna sketch it all the way. So I'm like, okay, and and then when it was finished, it was like, and scene.
Yeah. So did you feel really good when when all this was said and done? After doing, he took the script away from you. Things are just kind of like, what do I do now? But after it's all said and done, did you feel really good about being able to do something like that with, with the people around you?
My script was my safety net,
Right.
and then he took that away. And so that was like the first time that I've ever done something like this. We did mostly everything in one take, and we cracked up, and everybody cracked up. It was pretty easygoing, and I felt pretty good about it. Yeah, the whole staff was really nice. The director, John, I loved to death, to pieces. The makeup people, and Nick himself is just they're all really focused. They get things done. They are they're not amateurs. They're
Right.
pros here. Mm-hmm.
So how did you get into acting then? To lead into the Comedy Central stuff and all the stuff you've already done. How did you get into this?
I kind of got into it from modeling. I was at Pepperdine when I was going to school. I ended up not going to USC, and then I just loved modeling, so I was a fitness model, believe it or not.
Yeah.
So I was doing that and doing Cadillac. I was a spokesmodel for Cadillac.
Yes.
So I was traveling across the country, West Coast, East Coast, West Coast, and East Coast. So then I met an agent, and then everything else, kind of fell into place, and I just liked it, and I booked my first GMC truck commercial, and I went, gosh, that's easy. But it wasn't always easy like that, you
Right.
have your hard knocks, but it's something that I just became attached to.
Right.
And
You said you represented some of these bigger names in the industry, and is this how did that feel? I mean, was that something that was? I mean, it's obviously an elite type of situation, but what was the emotional background on that?
on what?
On just being, you were represented by General Motors, Cadillac division. You were Harley Davidson, Budweiser, all these major names. Is this something that was, you said it wasn't always easy, but what was the feeling behind that? Was this something that you've always worked for? Was it something that just kind of happened? What was that like?
I auditioned for everything I got, and
Yeah.
I had a manager. She was just kind of like a hard woman, and she kind of like scared the pants out of me. She goes, you know what? She goes, I was living in New York, and I was actually, I was paying her rent because I was living in a separate room, and I'm like, gosh, if I don't, I've got to pay her rent, otherwise I'm gonna have to be scrubbing the floors and washing the dishes, and she's like this big kind of like bigger woman, and hard and crass. And so she called me up. She goes, listen, you got an audition. She goes, looks, you kind of got. She goes, intelligence, I don't know. It's kind of like iffy. But she goes, just put it on a little bit. She goes, and she goes, are you punctual? She goes, you better go get him. Go get him, Tiger. And, and it's like, and then like 30 minutes after the audition, she goes, guess what? You booked the job. Now pay up.
Wow.
Wow. Yep. Okay, fine. As soon as you get my check, take it out.
Wow, that's crazy, man. You know what? I guess that's good. You get the job done, and all the expectations are all up front. So
yeah, it is, and I appreciated everything I got, and doing the Budweiser, I worked my way up and became a den mom to all the other girls that were coming up and coming. Like I was a ring girl for Budweiser in Vegas, and I remember, I wasn't perfect. Like I fell down when I was at the ring at the boxing match.
Oh man.
Yeah, that was kind of embarrassing, but you know what? I was a little tipsy, but I was so nervous.
Yeah.
I just got up and dusted myself off, and I just grabbed that sign, and the audience was applauding, and I'm like, wow, you know what? It's okay to be not perfect, but just to try. So
Yep.
I always try to have an excellent attitude when it comes to work.
That's awesome. That's very good. You are an animal lover.
I am.
Now,
say hi to Gucci.
Yeah.
Gucci, say hi.
What's going on, buddy?
Actually my daughter's dog. And I've got another one named Salvador Dali, and he's an artist. He's a little white chihuahua that I rescued from the foundation.
Very nice, very nice. I like animals too. I'm not so much a cat person, but I inherited them. My wife has 2 cats that they're cats. I am more of a dog person. Unfortunately, in the space that I have here right now, I can't have a 70-pound dog. So I had to go take him to my. What's that?
Why don't you get a small one?
I don't know.
Yes, Eric, I'm listening. Did you have a bad connection?
I want a dog that I can ride sometimes. Is that awkward?
No, you need a horse, honey.
I can't put a horse in the apartment. I can't do that. It takes up too much space. The saddles, all this stuff, I just can't do it.
Honey, that's what they have ranches for. There's 661 area code.
Well, you know what? I'll look into that. I'll see what we can come up with. I might have the Budweiser horses. Actually, they might. They're not doing anything right now. I might go look into them.
Where are they? They're getting ready for what? Super Bowl?
Yeah, I think they're
Those
training.
Clydesdales?
Yeah, for their little commercial is doing their Super Bowl game or whatever against each other.
Yeah.
Yeah, something like that.
Or the frogs. What's it? The frogs. Budweiser frogs.
Where did the frogs go? I missed the frogs.
You know what? I don't know. Maybe the ad agency got rid of it, and they're coming up with something new.
Well,
now it's people. It's regular, like, artsy people, or up and coming collegiate people.
I like the frogs.
Yuppies. I like the frogs too.
Yeah.
They should go back to that. They sold a lot of Budweiser.
I'm gonna write them a letter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think you should.
I'm kind of a big deal. They'll listen to me.
Was it BVD Needham? I think they were out of Chicago, not New York.
Yeah. That sounds right. I'm gonna go with that.
I think it was BVD Needham. I met him. I was having dinner with my daughter at the Four Seasons. Here comes a whole slew of ad people. Ad people are like, I was an ad major at Pepperdine. And they're all like T-shirt, and they're like, the funky accessory glasses, and then, they kind of look a little nerdy, and I'm a nerd. So I get along with those people. So we just start, shooting the shit, and I find out they're from BBDO or BVD Needham, and we were like, talking about Budweiser, and they're auditioning for, the Budweiser commercial. Mm-hmm. And I said, well, could I try out for it? They're like, well, we only have a spot for the frog and Ted. So I'm like, oh, okay. Not this time, but maybe next time. Maybe you need to do a let's see here, a girl frog.
Exactly. Let's throw the girl frog in there. Let's change some things up.
Yeah, and a Tatiana instead of a Ted.
See?
Yeah, because girls drink beer.
I'm writing the letter right now.
Yeah, they can hoot and holler just as much as a guy can.
Absolutely. Well, it's going to happen. We're going to make it. And then you know what? If we have to steal it from them, don't tell them I said that. They'll be mad.
Okay. Well,
oh, man. Well, here's the deal.
Between us, it'll stay here.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah, because I don't really like the idea of going to jail or prison.
I don't either.
Yeah, it just doesn't appeal to me at all.
No.
You like to design some things. You have a line coming out that is not only for women's accessories but also for pet accessories.
Oh yeah.
What's this one?
I I design like charms for pets. It's really cute, and they're bling. Everything I design is bling. So women have like charms, like necklaces. I make the necklace, and the dogs can have collars with bling on it, and I make belt buckles are bling. You can have your initials on it, or designs, and it's all on my website, www.tessbroussard.net.
Nice.
Yeah.
Now, is this out now or is this coming?
No, it's out now.
Okay.
And it's been out, and I sell to a lot in Texas because that's where I started it, and I sell to people who are a lot like my fans and people who like bling.
Yeah, absolutely. I like it. That's cool. Rock and roll.
Yeah.
Now I think you should have. If I had my dog here, what I would probably do, because I have these little necklaces on, is I would have his name on mine, and then I would have my name on his.
That's cute.
Yeah.
That's what a lot of parents do with their children. They have their children's like initials on their necklace charms, and then I haven't seen the mothers on kids stuff, but that could work. That's a new idea. Actually, that is a pretty good idea.
There you go.
Good going, Eric.
Well, I try to do one thing that's really cool every day. I don't.
That's
This
cool.
is a fluke, but
Thumbs up.
very nice, very nice.
And these are not video games.
But you got the thing down. It's nice. We can do video games later.
I used to do video games a lot.
Yeah, I did
and
too.
Sandra wants to say hi. Hold up. Sandra, say hi.
What's going on, man?
Here's one. You have to have two. He's my fast buddy, right? He's been with me for a long time.
Oh, they are.
He's
cute.
loyal. He's loyal to T.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I got one more. She's under the desk.
Uh-oh. Can we fit them all up here? Can we do that?
Yeah, I think so. Come here, sit on my lap, Ava. Okay.
I
Can you say hi? Say hi, Eric. Now she's getting all shy. You
Oh,
have
yeah.
I want to get somebody.
Okay.
Stop.
Wow.
No, now she wants to come back.
Yeah.
Now she's. Wait, hold on. She wants to bring the dog up.
All right.
All right.
Oh.
There we go.
I just brushed his teeth, but I think his teeth needs brushing again.
There's your
And
next
they're
thing, puppy
sweet.
mints.
What?
Puppy mints.
They don't eat anything like that. This one's spoiled. He likes chicken, and I mix it with dog food. So,
Yucky.
speaking from a true kid.
Yeah. Wow. That's a full house right there.
Yeah. This is called Full House. It's Tess's Full House.
Oh man. Well, so you have been on. You got this Comedy Central gig coming up, which is amazing. But you have actually been on numerous reality shows.
Yeah, I've done a lot of TV.
Yeah, this is good. This is amazing. This is something that first of all, this whole thing that I'm doing right now, I basically just fell into it. I don't really do the whole interview person, as you can tell, because I never really understood it. But by default, I had to do this because no one else is going to do it for me, so you got to do it. But
Right.
as opposed to reality TV against like regular TV, which would you rather have?
I like scripted TV, but reality TV is so cheap and that's so popular these days.
Yeah.
So you have to learn to make do with both worlds. Like I was just on Tom Arnold's reality show.
Yes.
Did she tell you? Okay, so
Yes.
yeah, so yeah, that was fun. But you don't really know what to say. You have to everything's so spur of the moment. It's not like sketch comedy because you're not always laughing. You're talking about things. You're having a conversation. So not everything's got to be funny. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And then you're wondering, okay, is it my turn? Because are these supposed to, because it's Tom's show, so I don't know when I'm supposed to go in. So, the pig that I can be, I'm just this and camera and then blah, 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 blah. So I guess that kind of makes good reality.
Oh man,
I love pigs, by the way.
Yeah. Very nice, very nice. Was it fun working with Tom? Was he a good guy?
He's funny. Once he turns on, he can't turn off.
Right.
So you've got to be there to see him in action.
Right. That's kind of.
But he's really a great guy, and he's in this he's got a head full of ideas. So when you're there and the camera's on, everything comes out. There's no stopping him.
Right.
There's no slowing down. So he's
cool.
professional. Yeah.
Wow. That'd be that'd be pretty interesting. I've always thought that he was a very interesting character.
Oh, yeah, to say the least. Come on.
Yeah.
Have you seen his house? Okay, first off, let me ask you something, Eric. What kind of a house or a boat or a hut do you think Tom would live in, given his character?
Man, you know, I see him living in a bigger house. You know, he's probably got some sort of hot tub or spa situation going on. A big shower, 15-person shower. You know, he's got the couple nice cars sitting in the driveway. He's got the gardener out front doing his thing. You know, that's he may be a looking out over the city, something to that effect. Am I close?
Kind of, yeah. I mean, the dude does not have a house. He does not have a mansion. He's got a freaking compound. Okay?
Whoa.
He's got like these Grecian columns just around his swimming pool. He's got a bidet in his swimming pool. He's got like okay, I was at his house only at night, so I don't totally remember it, but sort of remember it. There's water that goes through his whole land. So it's like, I think it was like a little lake or like a little river or something. I don't know, that went through the rolling hills of his estate.
Wow. That's crazy. I didn't think Tom Arnold. Wow.
No, but I think he had an interior decorator because that's not his style. He had chandeliers and Grecian columns. I think it's a little too formal.
Yeah.
I mean, you should see the chandelier itself.
What do you think he would have?
Huh?
What do you think he would have in there?
I thought he would have a nice log cabin.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that'd be kind of cool. Actually, he might have a log cabin somewhere.
Right. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe he does. You know, he was married to Roseanne Barr, and he is. I thought he was a redneck. I can be a redneck. I'm from Texas,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. I lived in Nashville for 4 years. Does that count?
Yeah. You're Southern. Yeah. Yeah, you could be a redneck. I mean, why not?
Man.
I wear those T-shirts and jeans, and you know, I love barbecue, and we shit.
Barbecue is great. Now you know, that's the thing. Like Nashville doesn't have a whole lot of good barbecue. There's some decent barbecue there, but you got to go further south if you want really good barbecue. Texas.
Yeah,
for
Texas
example.
barbecue. I don't think you can beat that. Like down in, you know, Dallas or San Antonio, Houston, that whole area, that neck of the woods.
Yep.
They know their spices.
Absolutely.
Now, actually, have you been to Memphis? They have a big barbecue place there because if you're coming from Mississippi, right at the border of Memphis, Tennessee, and Mississippi, there's some big, I forget, but barbecue place. It's got a picture of a pig.
Yeah. I haven't.
Porky's Barbecue, I think.
Yes. I haven't been there, but I've heard lots and lots and lots of good things about this, and I wish they delivered over several miles because I would probably have that happen.
Yeah, I'm hungry now. Can they deliver to California?
Yeah. I'm all right. I'll pay for that. That's all right. Oh, man. Now you're making me hungry. I need to go get some food now.
Yeah, I am hungry too.
Man.
I
So
might try to make some barbecue tonight.
you know, I might have to do that. That's something that's been on my mind for quite some time. You know, here's the other thing that's really making me mad. I've been in LA for three months now, and I have yet to have any type of sushi.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I haven't. I need some sushi, and I haven't been here. I've heard it's really good here. I don't know why, but I've heard from several people that it's really good here. Do you know this to be true?
Okay, well, I used to eat sushi a lot. And then I got sick of it because, you know, if you eat too much of one thing, you kind of get sick of it. But when I was in my sushi phase, I loved Nobu and koi. I loved koi a lot on La Cienega. And there's a great, if you want to go like hole in the wall, there's a place on La Cienega. I don't know the name of it. There's no sign, but it's like on top of Barry's Boot Camp. And so, like, you go work out, and then you go upstairs and have some sushi. It's cheap, it's delicious, and you take off.
Awesome.
No frills.
All right.
Yeah.
Rock and roll. Well, I might have to go indulge myself in some of that situation then.
Oh, no, just go drive around, and then just, you know, where do you live? In Los Feliz area, or?
Yeah, it's, actually right now I'm in Anaheim, but that'll happen.
Well, if you ever drive by Los Feliz, they have all these like bars and cafes right on the road. It's really cute and quaint.
Yeah.
There's a lot of sushi places there, and I heard the food's good there too. Not just sushi, but all kinds of foods.
Rock and roll. That's what I kind of like that about Los Angeles too. Is you can, there is a
so
lot of
glad-
food here. There's a lot of choices. I like it. It's good.
Sometimes there's too many choices. It's just like, oh my gosh, nobody can make up their mind,
Yeah.
right? But
Yes.
that's okay. So you know where you're. I've got a mission every time I go somewhere.
Yep. You
I
gotta.
know what I'm getting.
Yep. You just gotta make up your mind and say, okay, guys, this is what's gonna happen. If you like it, great. If you don't go.
Right, exactly.
Oh man. So you do a lot of public speaking as well.
I do.
What do you
Yeah.
like to speak publicly about?
Well, I've got two things, two topics. I love to talk about, shelter animals and work with the government, with the city, with their shelter dogs, and how valuable it is to adopt a shelter dog as opposed to maybe something from the pet store or breeder. Because there's so many animals that are homeless, and it just breaks my heart when I go to the shelter. And these places, they have to take in every animal.
Yeah.
They can't just reject them because they're not cute enough, or they're not the right size, or they're not, they're too dirty, or what. They have to take them.
I don't like those commercials because I, like you, want to adopt every single animal that is, in need of adoption because, it does. It sucks that there's so many animals out there that are just getting, for lack of better words, crapped on right now. And it just, it does. It breaks your heart.
Yeah, and there's only so much space. Like last year, I was talking to one of the heads of the shelter. She says at the East Valley Shelter alone in Van Nuys, they adopted. I mean, they took in 65,000 animals last year.
Wow.
Just that shelter alone. Okay, and can you think of all those animals that are not adopted? I mean, what happens to them? They have to be put to sleep. Okay, it's so sad, and it's just I think like kids should learn the importance of getting a shelter dog, and especially it ties in with service animals. Animals in general are very important because look, police dogs are very important to helping the police sniff out drugs, finding people, finding missing children. You have those blind dogs, those service dogs for blind people. So they're very important, and I don't think a lot of people think enough how important animals are. They just think of them as cute pets, and then sometimes they're not trained right. They don't know how to train them. They're not patient with them to potty train them. They get mad. They abuse them. They hit them. Their teeth gets knocked out, and they drive far away, and they leave them somewhere like 50 miles to die and to get like taken by the big birds, to slaughtered, eaten. And that's what happened to my dog, Salvador. He was he's got missing tooth. He limps because the owner didn't potty train him, and I guess he didn't realize what effort it took into getting an animal, so a pet. So anyways, he's with me. He's in a great place. He's happy, and he's 13, and he acts like he's 7. And the other thing I do talk about is, domestic violence.
Yes.
I think that's also very important. On my website, I've been through it myself. So, I'm not a saint, but I learn from it, and I'm a good person. I'm sensitive, and I care about people in general. And that's why I can put myself in other people's situation and try to help other people. And I get so many emails from girls, especially from all over the world, emailing me every day, I kid you not, about how they have boyfriends. They're not married. They've got boyfriends that beat them up, that call them horrible names, and they expect them to cook for them. They beat them up to have, to have sex. This is like worst case scenario. One emailed me the other day, said that her thumb got broken by her boyfriend because she didn't cook dinner right. I would have taken that food and thrown it at him and told him to go cook himself and leave the house and move back into my parents' house and, you know, get a job and start fresh, you know.
My wife would beat me up.
Good for her.
Yeah.
I haven't met her yet, but I'd love to meet her. But Eric, I don't think she has anything to worry about with you. You seem like you're a real nice guy.
Oh, thank you very much. I'm agreeing with you. I don't think if I had the opportunity to meet some of these guys that think they are just over and above women, I simply, and I will say this at any point in time, in any public scene, I want to beat them up. I want to take them, and I want to take them out back, and I just want to show them that this is what you're doing to this girl. This is what you're doing to this woman. It's inappropriate. It doesn't need to happen. I'm completely against that as well, and it's inappropriate.
No, I totally wholeheartedly believe in that. And, you know, my daughter, she goes to a really good school, the same school that, you know, the Kardashians go to, the Michael Jackson's kids go to. And, you know, it's a small school. So, you know, if somebody does something out of line, you know, it stands out. But this school goes from 1st through 12th, so I'm like, fine. I don't have to like keep looking when she gets in 6th grade for a new school.
Yeah.
But before that, I put her in different schools so she could be exposed to so many things and facets of life, like a kid having 2 moms, a kid having 2 dads and no moms, a kid that have surrogate parents. You know, there's nothing wrong with that. I'm liberal, and as long as they teach them, you know, good things and caring things and not mean things, I think, you know, I think that's totally fine. And, you know, she goes to a school where most of the kids have a mother and a father or they're still together, let's put it that way, until they get to middle school. And that's when the divorces start popping up, you know, and then they have, you know, separated families or broken families. But Ava's always had me, and she's known it this way, so she's been exposed to a lot of things, and I teach her about domestic violence, how to say no at an early age. Just because it's happened to me and something that I don't even think about, I just teach her.
Yeah, well, and that's the thing, too. You know, a lot of people don't think about it. You know, the people that haven't been through that situation it doesn't always register. If you don't go through something on a regular basis or in your entire life, you sometimes just don't think about it. It just doesn't happen. And then when somebody brings it up, you're like, oh man, yeah, that's so true. You know, I didn't even think about that. So with you being able to talk about this sort of thing, you know, I think it brings to light some of the things that a lot of people may or may not know about. If they do know about it, it just simply reiterates it, and it brings it to the forefront of their mind, which is also a good thing. So you know, keep doing what you're doing. That's an amazing thing. And if there's anything I can do to help support that, please do not hesitate to let me know.
Well, you know what? I might take you up on that offer. Right now, we have at our school on Martin Luther King Day, we don't have school, so we're going to take that. Most people take it as a holiday, but we're going to work and do community service on that day, and I'm going to try to do a drive with the kids to decorate doggy bones, or to donate gently used, the doggy bones are going to decorate with carob because they can't eat chocolate, but yes, they can share, or yogurt covered, you know, vanilla yogurt, icy. Or they can donate gently used towels, blankets, unopened dog food, cat food, collars, leashes, anything of that sort, toys. So I'm going to do a drive, and then I'm going to try to help them out more and get the awareness going to, I don't know how you can fit in, but I'll figure out something.
Okay, absolutely, man. Yeah, just, I mean, anything I can do, that's kind of what I'm here for. It's I know we talked about this a little bit earlier. This is a music outlet, but at the same time, it's not. It's entertainment. It's whatever's happening in your life. You know, this whole interview is just about awareness in general, whatever that may be. So anything Revolver Underground or myself can do, just simply let me know, and I'll see if I can help you out.
Yeah, maybe you can broadcast it if something like there's like an abundance of animals and we need some people to go head over to the shelter and just take a look at some of these, poor sweet animals that need homes. And maybe if you're thinking about it, they're great companions if you're single or if you're married or in a relationship. Having a pet can be great because it's soothing and these animals need home and it makes you feel good when you can help them out and you help yourself out in the same way. Absolutely. I agree very much so. Tess, thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I do appreciate it. One more time, shoot me that website. Yours. My website? Yes. Oh, www.tess Broussard.net. There it is right there. Lots of stuff going on over there, guys. Go check it out. We're follow me on Facebook too and Twitter. Yeah, and you can find those links through the website, right? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay. Very cool. Very cool. I know that you can go to the Revolver Underground Twitter, which is just at Revolver Radio. You can find Tess through there as well. But go to our website. Go check it out. There's lots of stuff happening. Tess, thank you so much again. I do appreciate your time. Thank you, Eric, and have a great day. Thanks. And thank you for all you listeners out there, and hopefully I'll see you soon. All right, there it is right there. Thanks, Tess. And I'm E-Rock, guys. Peace.
Revolver Underground.